Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to our usual weekly question and answer session. We are joined by Mr. Chris Palmer, SEO.com, and ODYS. Don't forget them if you're interested in an age domain, starting out in your affiliate journey or whatever you might want to use an age domain for. But we do have guys in the chat as well who are saying Happy New Year. ZD Electrical actually beat everyone to it today. Theo came second. He thought he was first. Honey is there. Theo, the boys are back in town. ZD Electrical beat you all to it. You did, mate. Fred Hutterson, where are you? I can't believe he's disappeared. Facebook user, your name's not coming up, but
it's live today.
Radu, Happy New Year, bud. Rafal, you can ask your questions here, buddy, for sure. We are here to answer as many questions as you want, so put them all in the chat and we will work our way through them. Try and keep them very specific, though. Don't ask us, like, what's SEO like in 2022, because like, we don't know what to say. And Mike Baldus, good to see you, mate. And Holly Starks is here as well. Holly, I've still not forgotten, and I will do it this week, I promise. You'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I've just been a slob, Chris, over where we were just talking off here. Literally been a slob for the past 2 weeks, and today, I don't know, does anyone else have this problem? Like, when it comes to Christmas and New Year, I get into this mode of not going to bed until like 3 a.m. and then not waking up till like 1 p.m. during the day. Now, today was my first day back at the gym, and I was due in at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was still up at 5 a.m. reading shit on the phone. Like, I'm just not back in work mode. But is anyone else really fucking struggling? Because I was literally dead. I had to go for a nap this afternoon, and I woke up like 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. And
I feel like going for a nap.
Well, we'll tell everyone you've just woke up from a nap.
I did.
And Ryan Houghton, it was. Both good here, mate. Hope you're well as well. How's the old content writing business going, Ryan? Radu. So, Chris, Holly's saying I have to ask you about your results.
What results? Sorry. Which thing? I'm sorry.
What, are you doing multiple things like?
I have a few things going right now that I'm looking at. I'm not sure what if we're talking about the chainsaw, I gave up on that. Once it didn't hit in 3 days, I gave it up. As far as everything else, I think we unless other people are messing with me, I should be sitting at number 1 still. I'm sure somebody went in there to for fun to knock me down. But other than that, I'm sure I'm doing good. If that's what we're talking about, I have no idea.
Chainsaw Man. What are you just going for a keyword to do with chainsaws? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, I was playing around with chainsaw. Holly came to me and said, "Hey, chainsaw on TikTok is impossible." I'm like, "All right, well, let me run it through and see if I could get it to rank." Mind you, the top videos have 18 million, 12 million, 13 million. So I just ran it through the normal like course of action, and I didn't even see it. It didn't even pop up. Very hard word.
Interesting. But Jude McLean, what is the best AI content you've used to date, Chris?
Regardless of the AI content that I've had to mess with, there had to have been some level of editing. I will say, though, I really like that article forge for quick little burst of content. It's pretty sweet.
Article Forge, interesting. That's an old one though. Old but gold. I literally bought a YouTube course in the past few days just to see what the fuck this guy's doing, and he uses Article Forge for his descriptions and shit like that.
Sweet.
So
That's sweet.
yeah,
Yeah.
I might I'll look back into Article Forge. Jude McLean wants to know what your primary sources of income are, Chris. Agency, affiliate, flipping websites.
Standing on I would say the primary sources of income are none of your freaking business. No. No, I would say probably the number one source of income would be services and links on Blackout World. Then I would say that the second one would probably be consultancy is probably the number two. A few websites bring in a few $100 every month. Nothing to rag home about. Not like Craig, I have quite a few sites that bring in maybe like 180 to 270 a month, somewhere in that range. But I have quite a few of them.
Yeah,
those. I'd probably say those are the primary flipping sites. That's like a few every 3 months. Maybe I get off one. That's probably about it.
And mine's to answer this. I think it's important to diversify your sources of income first and foremost. Not heavily rely on agency or affiliate or whatever. I do all of the above. I own 50% of an agency. My business partner pretty much does the day-to-day running of it. I try and focus a lot more on affiliate, consultancy, and flipping websites. Just I feel that's where my skill levels lie, but that doesn't mean I'm not involved in other income streams. And I think what I would advise anyone is try and diversify your income streams. I know people who've been all out on affiliate, then, some update happens and you're literally nearly wiped out. And there's lots of people who've suffered from that. So that's why I try and, have my fingers in a few different pies. Plus, I think it keeps me sharp in terms of knowledge and all of that stuff as well. And that's just what I'm always wanting to learn something. Like I said there, I bought a YouTube course, not because I don't know how to work YouTube, but I'm not the best at it, and I want to be the best at it. And I'm always wanting to, me and Chris have conversations off air, like, what's this guy doing? What's this doing? What have you tried? And I think I bought a Holly Starks thing before.
Me too.
One of Holly's courses as well. So you're always just trying to find something and try and keep on top of it. But again, I'd like to do more of YouTube and do better on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Not that it makes a whole lot of money, but yeah, I think that's that. I think trying to diversify everything up and make sure that you get multiple income streams is the safest bet and good for your skill set as well. So that's how I see it anyway.
Oh, and I remembered I know what Holly's asking about. I ran a test on YouTube. It worked out good. And it seems as though everything has stopped. I just checked right now just to go see an incognito. On a brand new channel, nothing. I'm ranking number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 with a brand new channel for a hard keyword. Pretty happy. Yeah. I think it worked out good. And everything has stopped for about 3 days now.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Stefan is asking, when do you plan to start the 100 days YouTube challenge?
Oh, well, whenever the powers to be want to start. I mean, I'm just going to get in with the curators. Whenever I see them people starting, I'm going to start uploading stuff on the other channel. Me personally. How about you, Craig?
I'm ready to start whenever. For a laugh. As I say, I don't expect to win because, listen, Holly Starks is a fucking genius at this stuff on a massive scale. So, but I'm just there for the fun and reverse engineer the shit out of or try to reverse engineer the shit out of what other people are doing as well and see if I can pick up any tips. So I'll participate. I will do my best because I'd love nothing better to beat.
Nothing better to do.
but Yeah, not. I
Not enough
know
work.
my strengths and my weaknesses, and I'm not comfortable saying I'm going to beat Holly or yourself at that. But I'll give it a good bash. So just let me know, guys, and I'm up for it.
Ooh, number 2 on TikTok, though. If that's what you were talking about, number 2 on TikTok. That's good. That's all. That's all I got, Craig. Sorry.
Mike Baldus is struggling to find his laptop start button. I felt like that myself, Mike. It is the struggle is real. These lives delivering all important. Tommy. What's Tommy's second name again, Ryan? Let me know. I know who you're talking about. Tommy that doesn't come in here very often anymore. Can't believe he's fucking pinched you, man. And come into these lives and fucking stolen you. But hey ho. Maeve, hello.
Great picture.
Yeah, I like that picture, man. Pretty cool. Raffle is asking, do you see positive long-term results of the CTR GMB manipulation?
I don't know. It's long-term and CTR manipulation probably wouldn't go well together. I am seeing really nice long-term impact within organic, though, from some of the stuff we've been messing around with. So, yes, but not long-term. Not long-term.
Ryan Durrani, what's up, big dogs? Randy Roday as well. Hello.
I missed you, Craig.
You've missed me?
Yeah, I did, man.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you. I missed our time together.
I want that in writing.
All right, deal.
But Holly's asking, what kind of ROI for TikTok are you getting, Chris? Are you tracking it?
I'm not. I do the TikTok stuff for pure fun and pleasure, just to see if I can do it.
So you're purely fucking around on TikTok to see what you can rank for. That's it.
Yep, that's pretty much it. And I'm sending people to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But I'm not like doing tiny URLs and like going in to see how many people clicked it. Like, nah, I probably should, but I'm doing it more for fun and sport. Like, hey, look at this. Yeah.
I've not tried to mess a bit. Well, I played around with a couple of bits and bobs in TikTok, but I just purely do it for fun. But even though I've built up a reasonable following on it, I still think, how the fuck can you monetize this? I have been put into this thing where you've got the TikTok marketplace. So if you've got more than 100,000 followers, brands can reach out to you and say, dude, we'll pay you $100 if you do a 30-second video on this. But that's the only real way I can see how you could potentially make money. I'm not sure.
It's tough.
Because the audience haven't a fucking clue what SEO is. That's
not really.
And they really don't. And I'm not sure how I could turn that into money other than doing the odd video saying, hey, buy this fucking, whatever. I don't know, whatever it is. There's nothing to do with SEO. And I don't even know what it is. You know, that's the problem. So, yeah. But I like playing with TikTok. I like to see.
It's like we know something's there, but it's like, what's here exactly?
Lots of people have been like, Craig, what the fuck are you doing on there? Because what happened was there's some videos that I found really funny that I put in TikTok, and they bombed. They didn't get that many views. And then shit that wasn't that funny that got 3 million views. And you're just like, there's something fucking weird here. You know, and there's an element of luck to it and stuff like that. But trying to, you know, get that sweet spot is really hard. And again, I've tried CTR, trying to, you know, get mass engagement to it at the start. But I think the TikTok algorithm, in terms of that, is fairly clever. But certainly from an SEO point of view, I think it's pretty dumb.
Very. Yeah, those lives, dude, you can flick your phone on, do nothing on camera for 10 minutes and have 238 people see it. I flick it on for live and just set it here, like just BSing, and 200 and some people will see me. And I'm like, what the? I'm not even doing anything. Just standing there with the phone on. It's crazy.
They literally just scroll through. But what you obviously want is for them to, you want to show them something to keep them on, because that engagement's then going to
bring more people.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Obviously, when people like your lives and stuff as well, it's shown then to a wider audience. It's the same as any fucking algorithm, really, but it's
TikTok's
what you
sweet.
do to try and retain the audience there, and chatting shit about SEO is certainly not. I tried it.
I don't think SEO is the way to go, but
Nah.
you know,
people left. They're just like, dude, what is it you do? But that we get that everywhere, right?
that's right. Oh yeah.
Bad news. Randy has COVID.
Sleepy days.
Yeah, sleepy days. Hopefully you rest up, Randy, and get over it in the not too distant future. Everyone I know now has literally had it or getting it over this Christmas period. Nearly every single person. It's insane. Even my own mother. She was ill from Christmas Day. Literally only seen her for the first time yesterday after Christmas Day. So she was bedridden. But yeah, fucked up. But hope you get well soon, Randy.
Yep.
I will put us in a group chat. Yeah, do that, Holly. I'm game. Even if I do get my ass beaten, I am there. And Radu is just passing on his well wishes. So, and that's the name of the person, has just started a directory. It ranks page 1 for 10 plus normal keywords and page 2 in money keywords. Is it ready to start selling subscriptions? If yes, what's the best way to bring clients in? So, is there a point, Chris, because obviously you're going to look at this and say, fucking 10 keywords is nothing. You know, what am I paying a subscription for? I don't think, for me, you should be looking at it and how many keywords you rank for. It's how much traffic that directory gets is what you're going to be able to leverage in order to sell subscriptions. If you're only getting 200 people on that a month, is a business going to pay money to be on there, or however you choose to monetize it? I'm not so sure, but traffic rather than the amount of rankings, and certainly not calculating page 2 rankings wouldn't come into my thought process. But curious to hear what you say, Chris.
I was thinking, you know, get 1 or 2 people on board that you can run some test runs through is what I would do, and see like how many clicks are they getting? Is it turning into conversions? If it is turning into conversions, how many people does it take to get a conversion? Or I don't know. I'd be looking to get people to vouch for me and run some tests on it first, personally, just to see. But we don't know what those keywords are. Maybe that could be the 10 keywords. I don't know. I doubt it, but so I would be looking to run some tests and get some proofs is what I would, just to see like what can people expect. Because if you're going to sell something, that means they're buying a result, right? So what's the result, you know, and how do you prove it? You want to sell something, you got to prove it. Usually.
Swansea SEO services. Hope you're going to get into it again today. All comes down to you guys seeing what juicy stuff you can extract. I actually seen I've got to laugh. I seen a message from Holly on Facebook saying something like, I'm doing a webinar, but she deletes them after it because she opens her mouth too much and gives too much away, which I think, you've just got to try and get a hold of these people and probe them and see what you can get out of them. And that's what happens. Because I've seen you sometimes, Chris, sometimes someone asks something, you're like, and you just tell by your face you don't want to answer it. You're just like, nah. But sometimes you go, fuck it, and just say it. So
it depends.
Yeah, but we're in good moods, stress-free, so try it. Fred, these guys beat you. What the hell?
Smoked your boots.
Yeah. Fred, come on, man. You were consistent all last year. And
goals, man. Goals.
I can't remember who won, but someone else won. But yeah, good to see you, Fred, anyway, in all seriousness. Hope you are well. Hope you enjoyed the festive period. Ryan Durrani, don't stroke Pig's ego anymore, for God's sake. Come on, man. It's a season of goodwill. Chris, you're killing Holly. You've got to track it. Man, I'm kind of on Team Chris with this one. Like, just play around, man, and what the fuck's 30 track, really?
I mean, how many people could click over? I guess I don't know. I don't know. It's fun though. I mean, it's fun to see. Like, I don't know. I'm in the middle. I haven't figured out how to be able to call it though. Like, okay, I'm going to be position 1 on the first page. Haven't figured that out yet.
And Ryan Durrani's basically said to you, like our dance. So that was one that wasn't. That was the biggest video I've had on TikTok. Was one where me, Ryan, and Gary Wilson were just doing shuffling up the steps, and I jump up it like a fucking wild horse or something, and that got fucking millions. Of course. And it wasn't that funny. I thought we'd done other funnier stuff. And Ryan would probably agree with me, but
I like those ones with the soccer ball that you were posting. It's like hitting you. What the? Those are funny.
You've got to just do stuff. But I'm starting to run out of ideas in terms of what's funny, man. I'm needing inspiration. Yeah, I need to get back to the drawing board and come up with some new content, because I've kind of let it slip for the last couple of months. But I'll get back to it, I'm sure. So that was the directory. My blog's review software has made me $800 USD this year. I tried to flip it, but it didn't sell. So I is looking to potentially flip the website. I mean, obviously, $800 US this year. You want to try and get that up to 100 or 200 a month at least before you consider flipping it. So I'm not sure how much time.
Well, if in 5 days you made $800, why I wouldn't want to sell it. You know what I mean? This year, like if you just started selling that and then the last 5 days you made $800, you can sell it to me. I'll give you $800 for it.
I made the assumption that was 800 in the past year.
Okay. Well, then
I might be wrong. But
that doesn't tickle me as much.
Yeah. But there you go. Hello, ladies. It is Stiggs.
Nice picture. I don't know who that guy is. Is that Pee Wee Herman?
I don't know if it's Pee Wee Herman. Somebody
in a good mood there.
So Facebook user, I'm in for that 100 videos in 100 days, whoever you are. Name yourself so we know who's in, and Holly can put us in the group. Don't listen to Holly. Why not? Holly is a legend of the game, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. But Swansea SEO Services just created a small local business directory to promote my SEO agency. Any nuggets of wisdom?
I mean, get something that's vanity driven. Because if you're trying to sell to agencies, I guess get something that's a vanity word or something like that. I really don't have any words of wisdom. What's your words of wisdom, Craig?
I'm not sure running a local business directory to support your SEO agency. I'm not sure is that to support. I mean, why not just promote your own website? Like blog, do YouTube, do social media, do all the stuff that rather than focusing on a directory is what I would be asking. Like, by all means, you might be trying to monetize the other listings on there as well or whatever. But for me, you have to focus on what makes you money, and obviously promoting your own website and everything else is where my main focus of time and effort would be, rather than trying to promote a directory which has multiple other businesses on it that I probably don't give a shit about, to be honest. So that's the way I would look at it. But as I say, it's an opinion-based game. Nothing wrong with starting a business directory and promoting the hell out of your stuff. Just wouldn't be my first choice. But you may already have dominated the local rankings for your agency. You might be looking to do something else. So if that's the case, then fair play. But you want to try and, after you've got position 1 or whatever, then you potentially do want to position 2, position 3 or whatever as well. So if that's your thoughts, then yeah, go for it. But initially, I would be making sure that I did just do more on everything.
To me, it's like, I don't know. Like, how long will it take to realize money coming in? Like, you'll do all that work, you'll spend all that effort, all that time. How long until you can turn over money? And how fast and how much will it bring? Like, I don't know. I see a lot of guys try those directories to no avail. For me, I would just look and say, man, that's got to be a tough way to make money, right? Or, that's got to be a hard way to make some coin.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's easier ways for sure. But it's basically saying it's to get similar companies on board and then lead them to a full website ads SEO service package. So he's got to get other companies on board as well. Nothing wrong with that strategy at all. Swansea SEO services, but I just think still personally, you're leading them to a bunch of other businesses, and then you go and hit them with an SEO service package. Why not just hit them with the SEO service package in the first place? Is what I would be saying. Like that other part where you're leading them to other businesses potentially. I'm just not sure how much money that can make. And would I personally? And I'm just throwing something out there just to see how your thought process works in this, but. Would you buy something if I went on a website and I googled Swansea SEO services, would I buy something from a directory, or would I likely inquire to someone's website direct? Is what I'd be asking myself. Would if you done it, Chris? Would you be and up came this directory number one, and you seen all these businesses on it, and then there was an SEO package on it? Are you likely to dive at that point, or would you assume that was a paid ad, or?
I would still do some due diligence. I would still go looking, and that's only one verdict from one person. So I go looking, is this being repeated? Is there any other validation anywhere? I wouldn't jump at the first one. No, definitely not. Not a chance. I'd probably ask 40 people first too.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully that gives you some kind of insight from our end. Swansea SEO services. Black Hat is asking, make a course on affiliate blogging. I mean, there's probably a million out there, is there not already?
There's quite a few on the blogging aspect, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Happy to answer questions on it, but I'm not sure chucking out another course on something that's been done a million times over is best use of time. I've certainly no plans on it, but Chris... Maybe you could.
Blogging's tough. That's a tough one. I like fun stuff that I don't mind making. Me personally,
Yeah, some weird shit.
Yeah, I like weird stuff, fun stuff.
Terry Power, hope you're well, mate, and hope you have a great 2022. Mr. Terry Power is also another legend of the game. Talking about legends, Simon White is here as well. How are you, Simon?
Hello.
Looking awful smart in that. I've never seen Simon with a shirt and tie on.
Yeah. It's a good pick.
Stiggs, Mr. Rogers is in the picture. Mm-hmm. America's favourite father figure. Come on, Chris.
Mr. Rogers.
Off topic, but how do you guys handle your crypto taxes? I'm in the UK, first time doing this. I have crypto on multiple exchanges and wallets, and he's mentioned a few of them. I'm not into crypto at all, but Chris, do you dabble with it, and how do you handle your crypto taxes?
I pay my taxes immediately, ahead of time even. Yeah, I've been just investing. Just buying them. I don't know yet. My accountant asked me last year if there was any gains on crypto, because I showed her. I just had the one account. I don't know. That's a tricky one. I really don't know that answer, and this probably certainly isn't the place to look for an answer either. I don't think my answer is not going to be the best, so I don't know. Don't ask me about that. I have no idea.
Sorry we couldn't help you any further with that one. And Terry, I think he's using the directory for lead gen for his agency. Yeah, I think so. Listen, as I say, it's each to their own. Each to their own. There's loads of different ways you can do it. Just for me, I'd be like, but listen, whatever works, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Simon White uses directories for backlinks for clients, not to get clients. Just another wee suggestion there. And you're right, Chris, it's a bollock. Vincent Huerman. Craig, how are you getting on with the mobile GMB? Tell us how you get on, please. I will be releasing videos. I am currently recording just a number of different tests, just trying out all sorts of weird stuff, and come up with some conclusions. I will be dripping these out on the YouTube channel over the next few weeks, because obviously we've done the first video, and as Holly will be able to tell, and Holly's just asked as well, the Gmb Phone Test. So we started that out just before Christmas, and done some stuff. And what we're finding is it clearly does work 100%. It doesn't work on the first trip. What we're finding is like it's taking 3 or 4 trips for the needle to move, Holly, and I'm not sure if you could maybe share some insights into why that is. But when we do a drive, it's not like we go away and wait for a few days and everything just pops. You've got to do multiple drives. So we're doing it from all different ends of the city and all that kind of stuff as well. And we're going to be doing it in all different types of GMBs, new GMBs, older GMBs, GMBs that we don't fucking own and just drive to. So we're going to be doing all sorts of stuff on that. So we will be doing a bit more testing on it, but I've taken Holly's advice. We were running around with like 40 phones, 35, 40 phones, and we were finding that 13 or 14 of those were sticking. And Holly said before she's got a special number of 12. So rather than us running about with all those phones, we're going to do what Holly does, and do it in a much more condensed way, because I think we're wasting a lot of time with all the phones. It's just a bollock. So I will release that soon. But Holly Starks paying taxis ahead of time as a brown noser. Oh God, man. Sorry for laughing. Ruxar. Oh, hi. Hello to you as well. Black Hat, sir, please give me idea blogging best or digital marketing.
That's what's best for you. I think blogging is a form of digital marketing, but I think just do whatever your calling is. Just start moving. Whatever's best for you. But I think that digital marketing includes blogging, and blogging is digital marketing. So I think they're one and the same. Just start is my best advice. But
also open your mind wider. What me or Chris say doesn't necessarily mean it's the right answer. Like the Swansea SEO Services was asking about maybe doing lead gen in a directory for his agency. We kind of said we don't think that's a great idea, but Simon White uses the directory for links for his client websites, and people will take something and bend it into some weird shape that works for them. So digital marketing is digital marketing, and that includes blogging. You need to bend that into shape how best you please. And even looking at people like Holly Starks and stuff, she makes money, but she doesn't do your general agency or content marketing or that typical side of thing, because she probably hates it, and I'm going to assume she hates it. Holly likes to cheat. Holly likes to a bit like you, Chris. She doesn't want to do normal stuff. She wants to do weird shit, and there's a place for everyone. To make money, it's just coming up with something you enjoy and somehow monetizing it. So we're all playing the same game here. It's just what guys you go under or what kind of segments of it you use to make money. Patrick, Chris, I want to take a look at your new white label service, but your site, Chris Palmer SEO, seems down. You might want to take a look at that later.
No, it's on www. You have to put the www because it's a subdomain.
Bloody hell, Chris.
I know. I was thinking about buying a using a hosting so I could use an A record and redirect it into the www, but I mean it's www. No
Jeez. It's capital gain, but unrealized unless you cash them out. Maeve. That's a better answer, Maeve. How many phones are you using? How many iPhones and how many Android? So out of the tests we initially done, we were using about 35 phones. Probably 20 were Android and 15 were iPhones. Me personally, I'm just going to use iPhones all the way. They've all got different SIM cards and all that kind of stuff. I think Android's a pish, to be honest. They're just a pain in the ass to use. But so I'm going to stick with iPhones, and 14's too much. Take 12. Yeah, I'm going to start taking 10 or 12, Holly. I think especially if I'm right in saying, through the current testing we've done, it's taken 3, 4, even 5 trips for the movement to happen. So even if I take 10 phones or 12, like I'm doing 5 trips or something anyway. So, it just needs to be easy and simple. I bought a little, I didn't even know what to call it, but I bought a little thing like you have, Holly, with where your phones all just slot in the thing and they just go in the boot of the car. And you could just go in, grab them, put them down, because they were sitting in the passenger seat and they were sliding all over the fucking place. It's just a fucking mess. But yeah, it's fun. It is fun. ZD Electrical, though, I enjoyed your last YouTube with the affiliate guy. Can you go further in depth regarding Harrow? So Harrow Outreach, Chris, do you use Harrow at all?
I did early on, but I dislike it immensely.
You dislike it?
I dislike it. It's a lot of work.
A lot of work for what you don't see there's a lot of value there?
I think there's value there, but like that you're getting all those emails, you have to respond to a lot of emails. It's just a lot of work to potentially get one link. It's just a lot of work to me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like it. I mean, I've had Harrow for years. I only recently cancelled it. I just couldn't be fucked with it. The interface looked shit, and it was just, I was just like, fuck this. I'd rather just pay someone to do that shit. But getting placements on big PR publications or whatever you want to call them is certainly going to help with your link building efforts for sure, and maybe be the thing that gets you right ahead of the competition, because how many people are doing that and stuff like that. So for me, I think it's worthwhile doing. I just don't do it personally. There's people out there who sell that shit all day long and just give you a price per link, like Julian Goldie does. That was on the podcast. So do check him out. I think he's probably your best bet though to go further in depth regarding Harrow, because we don't like it. We're lazy bastards. I'd rather just pay him to do it, to be honest. But that's just my personal choice. But
not cheap though. It's not cheap.
No, they're not cheap. I mean, as you say though, Chris, there's a lot of fucking around, backwards and forwards and all that stuff. So they aren't going to be cheap. It's not like a guest post, where you can get it relatively cheap. So
there's a lot of work there, for sure.
Ferrari International Assistance, gains going from coin to coin. I'm trying to figure out how to get all the transactions data ready for an accountant to handle my taxes for me. I'm going to assume, though, that you've made some decent money on it, which is always a good thing if you're looking for someone to handle that. So fair play to you, man. Fair play to you. And that, Holly, that's the other thing. we are going to be trying different, 1 mile out, 2 miles out, 3 miles out, and try and do it from all different angles as well. And we're finding that does work, but certainly just not 1 or 2 trips. You've got to do, like you're saying there, for 3 days, and you're doing that over a period of days. I assumed, because Holly was the first person I've ever seen doing this phone shit, and that's why Mark, who Chris, is just like, I says to him, dude, why the fuck? I asked him in the video, but we cut that bit out. I'm like, so dude, why have you bought all these fucking phones? Like, and he's like, because I saw Holly with phones, so I wanted to have phones. And I'm like, dude, how are you monetizing this shit? He went, I don't know. He says, I just wanted to do it. And I'm like, so because Holly's running around with phones, you want to do it? He went, yeah, I want to figure out what the fuck she's up to. And I'm like, man, what a fucking crazy outlook. But yeah, Holly, so Holly is the fucking cause of all of this shit, running around in graveyards and stuff. So Holly, it's not just dungeons. It's not just dungeons and shit like that. You've now got people running around in graveyards in Scotland. So
in Scotland too.
Yeah,
that's funny.
So we can blame Holly for that. But again, like anything, and I don't mean any disrespect to Holly, and I would say the same for anything I say or Chris says or anyone else says. Do your own testing. It's good to see what Holly says, but we need to. Personally, I like to know more about it and how it works and shit like that. So that's why we do it. Do your own testing. Not that I think you should disbelieve anything anyone says, but now doing the testing, I'm like, shit. Holly said certain things to me in the past, and I've been like on podcasts, like, yeah, I run around with 12 phones, and I'm like, fucking 12 phones, where did you get that number from?
Why not?
But until you test it, and then you're like, and then you look at the insights, you're like, right, she's fucking onto something here. But she obviously, yeah, it's weird. So again, it helps me understand a lot of things in my head. When people say something, you're just like, yeah, you take it at face value. Right. But then when you try it, you're like, fuck, right, I get it. So so yeah, always test, take action, and tweak as you go, is what Terry Power says, and can't agree more. A has 99% do follow backlinks. Is that bad, Chris?
I think that depends on who you ask. Me, I don't think so, but I think that you should have a nice array of no follows. I think you should have a different variety of anchor text coming in. I don't think you're going to get penalized. I don't think it's going to hurt you, but I think a normal site or a regular site should have some level of no follows coming in, I would think.
So let me rephrase this question then. If that was your website that had 99% do follow backlinks, would you go out your way to get no follow backlinks just to change that balance slightly?
I would. I would buy some no follows, yes. Yeah.
Cool. Hopefully that answers your question. Never heard of a Harold backlink.
Well, now you have. Yeah.
And there will be no follows in there for sure. Just
pay $250, $300, $500 and then get a no follow, and you're like, no. The audacity. And it says like, click me or something stupid. You're like, that was $500? Are you kidding me?
Tahir has a question. I'm not sure I can answer it, but Chris, I'll let you have a go. Which niche is better for Amazon associates?
Well, I will say this. I played around with quite a few sites, and Craig said, man, I went in. Here's one thing I can say. Don't do electronics, right? Anything like electronics, anything that is constantly ever changing. Like, yeah, you'll see a nice profit. You're like, oh, I'll never run out of content ideas, but then you're always freshening things up. Anything that you have to keep going back over and over and over and over, I would, steer clear of electronics for sure. I'd also steer clear of anything. I don't know. Stay away from electronics. That's tough, man. It's tough. I learned my lessons the hard way.
Stay away from anything that's seasonal as well. Seasonality is never a good thing to get into. Golf was one that I was in. Not that it's bad, but it just only made good money 8 months of a year. So something else just to bear in mind.
That's another
No,
thing.
it is, because the sales literally fucking dip. Also, what I always say to people when they ask me this question is avoid seasonality, avoid items that are under $100, because for me, and this might be different for other people, but when I do affiliate, everything's got a cost associated with it, including the content, the links, and everything. Now, it costs me the same amount of money to write a review article or whatever it might be for something that's $10 as it does for something that's $110. So why the fuck would I waste my time and energy selling something at $10? Where I think you need to look at higher ticket items, something £100 plus. There's plenty of stuff out there, and avoid seasonality. The seasonality is with the golf website I had, literally the sales dipped to like a third of what they usually were in the winter months. And I get that, because why the fuck would someone be buying golf stuff in the winter months? So makes perfect sense. But I didn't realize that at the time. I was just like, yeah, give me an affiliate website. Let's fucking rank for everything.
Go.
And then you see it dipping and you're like, shit, like what the
What
fuck?
did I do?
Yeah.
Was it me? No.
And you always blame yourself though, do you know what I mean?
Always.
You always just wake up every day and you're just like looking at the analytics like
That's another lesson I learned too. Don't chase the hot stuff. Like I know Holly messed around with, like, say, fidget spinners. I did it with Instapots. Like, dude, and then all of a sudden the site just tanks. So, like, really popular stuff at the time, I would be mindful. Like, don't make dedicated sites on that. Get a bunch of content. Like, don't do that either. Electronics and anything that's like, I don't know what it would be called, like super popular right now, like trending, trending items, steer clear. Let that trend fall. I learned that the hard way too. I've learned a lot of. I should write a book on what not to do. Don't do this. Don't do this.
I could write a good book on fuck ups that I've done,
like this
and money that I've literally pissed against the wall, doing stupid mistakes and buying shitty tools and stuff. Could be a good idea. Just how not to do SEO.
Here's what not to do, guys. Yeah, 7,000 pages.
But has a website that's 60 articles, only 17 are indexed. They are very good written and more than 500 words. Any clue about what is wrong?
That you're assuming that it's well written. I run into that a lot too. Double check. Even get a second opinion, like a tool's opinion on optimization level. Also too, when you're looking at the SERP, are these sites that are there, have they been there a long time? What kind of off page are they running? Do you have the right word counts? Are you doing everything as optimal as possible is what I'm getting at. Also, site age plays a massive part. If you're looking and all these sites have been here for the last 4 years, might want to move on. So I'd look at those things first. That's what I think
as well. What I'd add to that is the fact that you've just said that they're well written and they're more than 500 words means that there's a blanket approach to your content. So you're basically telling someone, go and write me 500 or similar, roughly about that. The problem with many failures when it comes to content is you have to be using tools like POP or Surfer, because who the hell says 500 words is enough? Now, every niche is different. Every keyword is different. So when you use POP and you compare it to those who are in the top 10 search results, it will tell you need to have, an average of 2,200 words. And if you're shooting out there just a random 500 words for everything you're going after, that is probably where the problem lies. It's the process, it's the research, the stuff's not been done, the basics of content writing are not being done properly, and that may be where the problem lies. I'm not saying you are doing that, just suggesting that just based on what you said and based on that I do consultancy and problem solving every day of the week, that's what's happening. So
I used to do that. Go get 50 pieces of content, 1,300 words, post them all, and then sit and wait and see which ones hit. If you just spend that little extra time, you can do the same process. Just go in there and meticulously optimize and also get the right word counts in there, the right densities. How about inlinks? Have you played around with that?
I've had it for a while. I've had it for a year, and it's only now that I keep hearing more and more people talking about it.
Right.
You know, obviously Dixon Jones, I've had him on my podcast talking about it, you know, about a year ago, and he kindly gave me a copy of it.
Jeez.
And I'm going to
That's a
be
nice
totally
friend.
honest, I've never fucking used it.
Well, I'll freaking use it. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
But you know, someone said this to me just before Christmas, and I looked at it again, and it has changed a lot in the last year. You know, it really has, you know, developed. So it's definitely worth revisiting, but it's not something at the moment I'm using,
Part of the
Chris.
process.
Yeah, but
Isn't that hard to add something into your flow? Like, okay, I use this tool, I get the content, I run it through here. I like to add something new is a big commitment, you know?
yeah, it's a big commitment. But if it's worth it,
Right.
then so be it. Like my process before was, you know, years ago when we were doing shitty local clients and all that stuff, just go write fucking any old amount of words, fucking, you know, about, you know, SEO or furniture builder or whatever it was in this area, and it stuck. There was no fucking subheadings. There was nothing. It was just literally just shit out some shitty content and hope for the best. So obviously processes have evolved massively since then. But to take away, for example, Page Optimizer Pro, and put in links in or something, I don't see there really being that much of a problem. It just depends on how much fuckery. But again, I think it's good to revisit your SOPs and just freshen things up, because again, I'm one of the most ignorant guys out there. You know, I use tools and I become loyal to those tools, and then before you know it, a bit like with the InLink situation where you're just like, nah, it's not for me just now. And then like a year or two down the line, everyone else is using it, and you look at it and you're like, what a fucking douchebag I am. I've been missing out for like the last year. So don't be ignorant, man. Revisit tools because they're constantly being developed. So I've done that so many times, Chris, and fucking kicked myself like, man, what you doing? So I always try, and I like tools anyway. That's the thing that kills me.
Oh, yeah.
Is I love new tools. Don't ask me why. It's just my thing. So I don't know why I'm ignorant to tools, because I bloody love them. So it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, but I will revisit in links for sure. But
Cool.
Rogue Business Marketing has purchased your Gmb verification training, but don't see the content in the course portal.
That's right. There's right on the actual screen when you're purchasing it, there's a giant block. I bolded it, and it says tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I'm teaching it live. But it's right there. It's as plain as day. But tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you don't make that, we'll do a what's it called? We'll meet back up another day.
Cool. Hope you enjoy Rogue Business Marketing. Might be burnt. So Holly's saying the Gmb you've been testing might be burnt now, so the results will be a ball sack to get a reaction now. I would pick a fresh one and test, to be honest. Yeah, we're actually testing 3 or 4 different ones. I've got a friend who's got a small business. We're playing about with his, but we're going to get some fresh ones to play about with as well. So yeah, and we're also playing on my personal Gmb, which is a ball sack to get a reaction out of. So yeah, it's an old fucking dated one, but it slipped. My one has actually slipped massively in the past few months, and I've just not been doing anything with it, to be honest. But when I've been doing some of the driving, the fucking rankings are tanking. So yeah, but that will all be in the videos. Just like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? But we reverse it and it comes back better. So, but it was tanking. But I'll give you my thoughts on the video when it comes out, guys. But Holly's right. Test on fresh ones. Test on everything. Harish is asking, what's your approach if the high competition keyword fluctuates between first and second page, even after building good links and good quality content? So are you the bottom end of page 1 that's dropping onto page 2? It can't be like position 4
that's what I was
dropping onto
thinking.
page 2, because that's not normal.
Yeah.
But
You're not going from 3 to 11, 3 to 13, or so you must be like number 9 or 10 and then falling into 11, 12.
Let's make the assumption that is the case, Chris. What would you suggest if he believes he's built good links and good quality content? What would your advice be?
Well, if you're bouncing back and forth, then I would just wait. I'd give it some time. If you've already built the links, you got to, has it been 60 days? Like I'd sit back and wait and see. And obviously you've introduced a factor, right? So I would sit and wait and stop messing with stuff. Because usually you're like, you get in a rush and you might change stuff, change a heading or build more links. I would just hang tight. That's what I would do.
Good advice. I would agree. Live IRL fan. The original phone method came from Vietnam dude on a bike with 50 phones. No, it fucking didn't. Holly was going around with 50 phones in a fucking bike with a wee basket in the front. Come on.
With the wee basket.
Yeah.
I can see Holly.
Ding, 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 ding. It's Holly's methods, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about that guy. Nah, I'm only kidding. It probably was, but I've not seen the meme. Please do share. Our Prosser, hello and happy new year to you. Rafal, a no follow link from Wiki can be better than DF from a trash place. Do follow from a trash place.
I don't know about that. I think it's a nice link for your backlink profile. Sure. I don't know. From a trash place, yes, for sure.
And Holly, you would love seasonal stuff. I bet you Holly's one of them that this is the way Holly thinks, right? I think she's wired up the wrong way. But Holly will probably look at seasonality stuff and go, I know that shit's going to fucking... People are not going to be trying hard in these months of a year, so it's our easy way to slip in and make money.
Easy pickings.
That's how Holly operates. So you can't twist it in your favour. But if you've been busting your ass all year and then your fucking money dips, that sucks ass. Terry Power, try better on page optimization. Hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year. We certainly did, mate. Hope you did as well. Trending is okay if you can pop it immediately.
Yep.
Terry Power, how not to SEO is a great topic for the 100 videos for 100 days. That is a good shout because there's a lot of good content that could go around that. Around about that, it would give you a whole bunch because we've all got different experiences, right? So I think there could be a lot of content on that, so could be a good shout. Live IRL fan, how much money is justified being spent when doing experiments such as YouTube? So much to try, different types of views, phone methods, bot methods. I feel like I have to spend 1K on SSM, 1K on automating phones, and 1K testing bots, but is it worth it in the end? 3K would be a very small portion of money I made from crypto, but is it worth it? Dude, I've spent more than fucking a month on testing these fucking things, man. I've hemorrhaged tens of thousands of pounds on bullshit and bots and all that stuff, and I've still not got the fucking right answers. I'm getting closer, but yeah, that's the way I see it.
I'm tight. There's no amount of money that you can spend to learn stuff, and plus it's fun, So I think it's worth it. If you got $3,000, you got $3,000. You got one, you got one. You got $50, use 50.
When I could use that money in improving my content on YouTube or reinvesting in crypto, it depends on what way you look at it. Live IRL fan, I think, if I'm being totally honest, and I'm pretty sure Holly and Chris and many of the other experienced guys in the chat, like Terry Power, I have probably wasted millions of pounds in my SEO career. Wasted, flung away, bought the wrong course, bought this, bought that. I'm not angry at all. I see it's part of my apprenticeship, part of my development. And yeah, I could have spent that £1 million on 2 new houses or whatever it could be if you want to look at it that way. But I don't think you can beat investing in yourself. And even to this day, I bought a YouTube course yesterday, which was absolute dog shit. Paid money for it, but I looked at it and thought, fuck, it is what it is. But that is what you're up against. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I just need a golden nugget from a course. I don't need the full course. And as I say, I got Holly Stark's course one time, and the biggest thing for me was the micro workers template that I got with that course. Massively changed the micro workers thing for me, because I was really struggling with it. So that one golden nugget, and there was more in that course, but that one golden nugget, I was happy to pay whatever the couple of $100 or whatever it was for the course or whatever. So that's the way I look at it.
Did you buy that ad outreach YouTube course, the ad outreach YouTube masterclass?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I've been looking at that.
I'll tell you the one I bought after this. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus.
Oh, okay.
Not my style. So you want to experiment in high competition keywords. Holly would be happy to spend $3,000 in any test. You wouldn't believe my test budget. We do. Someone that's running around. Yeah, we know, Holly. We know. I dropped out of college and started affiliate marketing. Don't really have much money to invest in high quality expired domains. What do you recommend for me to start off this journey?
What do you recommend to start off in this journey? Well, I guess, man, jumped off the porch already.
You don't have to get. You can start your affiliate journey with a plain brand new domain name. It's just going to take a bit longer. You're just avoiding the advantages. So it depends on where you're at, but that's what I would be advising. You do not. People have this, thing that they have to start out with a aged or expired domain. Of course, it's beneficial to do it, but if the budget's not there, and it isn't for a lot of people starting out. None of us had fucking budget when we were starting out. Holly was making people work in a dungeon for 3 bowls of soup. To leverage people, you've just got to be creative and come up with ideas to make money to then invest the real money that you do need to have a success of it. So, but you can start from scratch. It'll just take a bit of time, but I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. I know you dropped out of college and probably need to earn sooner rather than later, but I'd just start with any domain name. But you can get an expired domain name for $10. It's cost you the same as a new domain name. So just check out Spamzilla or expireddomains.net or whatever, and see if there's anything available there that might give you a little bit of a kick in the right direction. So there you go.
Dropped out of college to pursue affiliate marketing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that shit.
I hope it works for you, buddy.
And Holly, I'm happy to come on anytime. You just let me know when, and I'll be there. I thought I was excluded from the
party
circle of trust, but nah. The last time you were on, I think it was like fucking 1 a.m. my time. But I'm happy to do it as long as I get some kind of notice. But yeah, just let me know, and I'll happily jump on. I'm more than happy to come and chat to you guys. And last one, I think I'm an average in SEO, but it's not available in my country, or people don't understand it very well. Would it be a good time to start an agency? Yeah. I mean, educate people, tell them they need it. I mean, you could argue that SEO is big in America, it's big in the UK or whatever. You speak to the business owners in general, and fucking 90% of them won't even know what SEO is. Right. That's so. Whilst it's bigger in these countries, I don't necessarily think it's that big yet. And I've been doing SEO for 20 years, and I still don't think it's that people are clued up. You know, I've got friends and everything. They're just like, dude, what is it you fucking do?
Not even
So I still think people are ignorant to it. So there's no time like the present to get involved.
But they have a website, and they know they want to get traffic. they're just like they don't get the connection, the pieces, you know. Yes, sir.
Chris Goldsmith from Goldsmith Digital jumps in at the last minute, but sadly we are out of time, and Chris needs a nap. But but do check out chrispalmerseo.com with the www.
Yes.
Also do check out his YouTube and do check out ODYS. And we will catch you back next week at the same time for the same stuff. And yeah, speak to you soon, guys. It's been
I got something I want to show you, Craig.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers.